Bienvenidos! In today's video, we're going to be working with Hace plus time expressions. We use the formulas that you'll see in the video to ask and respond about how long someone has been doing something. This is really helpful, especially for more beginner students. Let's start with questions, the pregunta. So, very basically, we have this formula here. ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que? And then a subject and a present tense verb in Spanish. So, simply to say how long have you been doing something, like how long have you been speaking Spanish, I would say ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que tú hablas español? The second verb after que needs to be conjugated in the present tense. Now, ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que is just general for how long, but if you want to be more specific, you can. So in this green example, instead of just simply asking how long have, I ask how many years have you spoken Spanish. So instead of saying just tiempo, which is general, I used años for years. Because I used años, cuánto now becomes cuántos. So cuántos años hace que tú hablas español. Pause the video here to try this practice on your own. Use the formula that we just discussed. Here we'll do it together. So how long have they been members of the club? ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que? Now this never changes. This is going to be the start for each of these because it's just how long have or has. Que ellos son miembros del club. And then question mark again. How long has she been a cheerleader? ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que? Remember, that doesn't change if we're just asking in general how long something's been going on. New subject, ella es, conjugated verb, animadora. Question mark again. Our third question, how long have you, singular and formal, been a photographer? ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que? Again, that start does not change. Subject to, eres, for a conjugated verb, fotógrafo. Now that's how we use the formula in questions to ask how long something has been going on. Now let's work with replies, respuestas. Here we have our formula outlined just below the title. So we've got this specific formula just like we had with questions. We start with hace, then the quantity of time, que, and then our subject and verb again. Now, hace will never change. It has to stay that every single time. Quantity of time can be different depending on what you want to say. So we start with the number and then the length of time. So años, minutos, días, semanas, meses, years, minutes, days, weeks, months. Then we've got this handy word que. It separates this formula so that way we can conjugate again. That gives us two clauses. So on the second clause, we got our subject and our verb. So tú and bailas. You must conjugate that verb that we include in that second part. Que helps us to do that. And of course, with one more formula, we need some practice. So pause here to try these on your own using that formula. Then we'll go over it together. Now, all of these sentences are going to start the same with the formula we're going to use. Remember, haces first. So we can just go ahead and fill in hace for each of the starts of these 5 sentences, following that formula we just learned. Then after hace, we need to work with the amounts of time. So 10 years, 2 months, 5 days, 3 weeks. So 10 years, 10 años. 2 meses for 2 months. 5 días. 3 semanas. Now next in the formula we're going to add que that separates our 2 parts of the sentence, allowing us to conjugate again. So we'll go through for each one and add que. Now the activity and the subject. So Paco, and what's Paco do? Plays hockey. We'll add that next. So subjects first, Paco, ellos, yo, tú. So juega al hockey. They have bold, so ellos juegan a los polos. Again, conjugating those verbs in the second half, very important. Soy miembro del club, period. Then we should have hablas español, period. Using that formula, it makes it really simple to think about these responses in very formulaic ways. Remembering that that K allows us to conjugate again. So it's important that we look from after K, find that second verb, did we remember to conjugate it? Super important. And that's Hace plus time expressions. Practice and memorize those formulas to make this as easy as it can possibly be to talk about how long someone has done something. Buena suerte!